We came here 2 years ago and we had a wonderful time. And last year we did the function at the Kingsway Community Centre. And we come back to this hall again because we thought this was a better hall. We would all like you to be seated, and I hope you can all enjoy tonight's program. A lot of children and adults have gone behind the scenes for the preparation of tonight's program. First of all, before we start the program, I would like to say thank you to His Worship the Mayor, Ted Doyle, for coming to our program and giving his presence. Thank you very much, Ted, and I would like you to... Thank you. We will welcome the Mayor later on and have a short speech. And he has already expressed actually that tonight he would like to go a little bit early. So before the interval we start, we will ask him to make a speech. But now, to commence with tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I would like to call upon our Mr. Tasem Lal Punj, who is the manager of the Hindu temple and who opens the temple every day. And we would like to start the program by the Gayatri Mantra. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you please all stand at the same time? Thank you. Mr. Tasem Lal at the moment is lighting the jyot in front of the Lakshmi Mata, the goddess of wealth.
Now I'm starting for Gayatri Mantra. Please, everybody can be stand up. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Children, would you stand up, please?
Om Bhubhavah Sah Tasvitar Bhareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Jo Nam Prachodaya. Om Bhubhavah Sah Tasvitar Bhareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Jo Nam Prachodaya. Om Bhubhavah Sah Tasvitar Bhareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Jo Nam Prachodaya. Om Bhubhavah Sah Tasvitar Bhareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Jo Nam Prachodaya. Om Bhubhavah Sah Tasvitar Bhareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Jo Nam Prachodaya. Hari Om Sabha Shanti 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 Hari Om. अब रघुवीर आके अपने स्टेज को संभाले और जैसा प्रोग्राम आगे शुरू करना है वो आगे के लिए शुरू करते हैं. थैंक
यू वेरी मच मिस्टर तसेम लाल जी. धन्यवाद आपका. आप सारे जने बैठ जाएं.
नन्हा सा फूल हूँ मैं, चरणों की धूल हूँ मैं। नन्हा सा फूल हूँ मैं, चरणों की धूल हूँ मैं। आया हूँ मैं तो तेरे द्वार, प्रभु जी मेरी पूजा करो स्वीकार। प्रभु जी मेरी पूजा करो स्वीकार। सुन लो हमारी अर्जी, मुझको कुछ ज्ञान दो। जीवन को जीना सीखो, ऐसा वरदान दो। सुन लो हमारी अर्जी, मुझको कुछ ज्ञान दो। जीवन को जीना सीखो, ऐसा वरदान दो। सूरज की शान पाऊं, चंदा सा मान पाऊं। सूरज की शान पाऊं, चंदा सा मान पाऊं। इतना सा दे दो उपहार, प्रभु जी मेरी पूजा करो स्वीकार। प्रभु जी मेरी पूजा करो स्वीकार। नन्हा सा फूल हूँ मैं, चरणों की धूल हूँ मैं। नन्हा सा फूल हूँ मैं, चरणों की धूल हूँ मैं। आया हूँ मैं तो तेरे द्वार, प्रभु जी मेरी पूजा करो स्वीकार। प्रभु जी मेरी पूजा करो स्वीकार।
This is the story of Diwali. It is a story from India held sacred by all of us, a story that is thousands of years old.
A very long time ago, an old king called Dasarath ruled over a kingdom in India with its capital called Ayodhya. He was a good, kind man. In those days, a king could have more than one wife. In fact, Dasarath had 3 wives, and they were all queens of Ayodhya. His first wife, Kausalya, had one son called Ram. His second wife, Sumitra, had 2 sons, Lakshman and Shatrughan. The third wife, Kaikeyi, had a son called Bharat.
So the old king had 4 sons, but his favourite son was Prince Ram. When Prince Ram was a young man, he visited the King Janak of a nearby country. The King Janak kept an enormous bow in his palace. The king promised that the first man to string that bow could marry his beautiful daughter, Princess Sita. Many men had tried to string the bow. Some men couldn't even lift it. Prince Ram tried. He lifted the bow easily and strung it so tightly that it broke into 2 pieces with a noise like a thunderclap. The king kept his promise. Ram married Sita and brought her back to his father's palace at Ayodhya.
One day, Dasarath, the king of Ayodhya, called for his eldest son, Prince Ram. He said, "I am getting old and weak, and I want you to be the king. I'm sure you will rule this kingdom well."
When one of the queens, Kaikeyi, heard about the king's plan, she decided to stop Ram becoming king. Kaikeyi remembered that the king promised her 2 special favours. She went to Dasarath and said, "I have come to ask you for the 2 favours which you promised me a long time ago. First of all, I want my own son, Prince Bharat, to become the king. And secondly, I want you to banish Ram and Sita from this kingdom for 14 years.
King Dasarath was very upset, but he couldn't go back on his word. He called Ram and Sita and agreed with them.
Not very long after this, the old King Dasarath died. Kaikeyi the queen told her son that he could now become king. But Bharat refused. He knew that Ram was the rightful king, so went into the forest to bring Ram back.
When Bharat found Rama, Sita and Lakshman, he explained that their father had died and asked Ram to return to Ayodhya and be king. But Rama refused to return until 14 years of exile was completed. He would not break the promise made to his father.
Bharat returned to Ayodhya alone, but brought with him Ram's sandals. He put the sandals on the throne and told the people that Ram was the true king. Bharat said he would look after the kingdom until Ram returned.
Ram, Sita and Lakshman lived happily in the forest for several years. At the same time, on an island called Lanka, was ruled by a wicked king called Ravan. He was a fierce and powerful king. Ravan set out to capture Sita and made her his wife. He went to the forest where Ram lived, and by a magic he changed one of his followers into a beautiful deer. When Sita saw the beautiful deer, she asked Ram to catch it for her, but Ram was very careful. Before he set off to catch the deer, he told his brother Lakshman to stay with Sita and protect her.
Then Ravan used a cunning trick. He imitated Ram's voice and shouted out, "Help, Lakshman, come and save me, help!" Lakshman didn't realise that was a trick. Quickly, Lakshman drew a magic circle around Sita and told her to stay inside the circle where no harm could come to her. Then he ran off into the forest to help Ram.
Ravan came out from the hiding place. He was disguised as a poor beggar. He persuaded Sita to step outside the magic circle. As soon as she did, he took hold of Sita, and before Rama and Lakshman returned, he carried her away in a flying chariot to his place on the island of Lanka.
Ravan tried his best to persuade Sita to marry her, but she refused. Instead, she remained a prisoner in Ravan's palace for some years.
In the meantime, Rama and Lakshman searched through the forest looking for any trace of Sita. Finally, they were helped in their search by Hanuman and Sugriv of the monkey army. Hanuman could fly, and it was he who found Sita imprisoned on the island of Lanka.
Hanuman reported back to Ram and Lakshman, and plans were made to have a battle with Ravan and rescue Sita. The monkey army built a huge bridge of rocks on which they could march to the island of Lanka. But Ravan also had a mighty army, and he was ready, and he was prepared for the battle.
Then began one of the greatest battles ever fought. The fighting lasted for 10 whole days, and just when it seemed that Ravan would win, Rama borrowed a special bow and arrow from the gods. Ram caught sight of the wicked amongst all his soldiers. He shot the special arrow straight into Ravan's stomach. Ravan was killed, and the battle was won.
Ram rescued Sita, and together with Lakshman and Hanuman, they returned to Ayodhya in triumph. Now at last the 14 years of exile was completed. It was time to return to the palace of Ayodhya, where Ram would finally become king.
The royal city of Ayodhya was beautifully decorated. Flags and garlands were put up, and when night came, thousands of small oil lamps were lit throughout the city. There were more lights in the streets at night than there were stars in the sky.
King Ram took his place on the throne with Sita by his side. Together they ruled Ayodhya wisely and well for many years.
Offer flowers to God. She was actually offering herself to God as a flower. And this was the gist of the song itself. Now, this is next item is going to be a very wonderful and colorful item. And this is the Indian Bhangra dance, and it has been choreographed by Devinder Virk, and the dancers are from St. Giles School, Coventry, and most of the children, I gather, are actually English, and there are only a few Indian children who are actually doing this Indian dance. So I think they're all ready now. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back and watch the St. Giles School from Coventry, the Bhangra dance. Thank you. Yes? Let's have another big hand for the Bhangra group. Thank you very much to Devinder Virk and also to the drummer, Mr. Avtar Hare. And without the drummer, you wouldn't have the Bhangra. And just to tell you a little story about Mr. Avtar Singh Hare, many moons ago, I was actually in part of a Bhangra group where we used to learn together. And he was a wonderful Bhangra dancer himself, and he used to also sing and also play the drums. He's actually very, very good. So let's have a special hand to Mr. Hare. At this time, while the next item is being prepared, I would like to apologize that we are exchanging some of the items around, because this is the first time we've actually got people from outside this town to do some of the items. For example, St. Giles School from Coventry did one, and normally all the items that we have ever done usually are from Leamington Spa themselves. And this time we got 2 or 3 items from outside, though maybe we've had in the past 1 or 2 items from Coventry, but not so many as this time. But at the same time, before the next item, I would like to just tell you, there's a joke which came into my mind, and that was somebody who has been living over here for a while, and he rang up India to one of his relatives. And he rang up his uncle over there and to ask him how everything was. And he carried on talking for about 10 minutes, had a very good conversation and seeing how everybody were. And then later on, the uncle said, he was very old, he said, could you please oblige me for about 2,000 rupees? And this gentleman on this side said, pardon? I can't hear you. And the other gentleman on the other side, uncle, said, can you send me 2,000 rupees? And he said, I can't hear you. And he asked again, and the third time he said, will you send me 2,000 rupees? And the gentleman on this side said, I can't hear a thing. And this operator was going to tell him what time it was, and he overheard this conversation. He conveyed the message, and he said, look, your uncle wants 2,000 rupees. He said, well, if you heard that, then you send it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Desai will tell you a small story. So I hope everything is ready now.
The next program was going to be devotional songs by a group that was from Coventry, but they haven't arrived. So I am improvising. I'll start off with a small devotional songs, and then I'll tell you a short story, which I'm sure the adults know, but I'm sure the children will like to hear that. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jasodhanandana Braja Jananandana Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari. You might wonder why on Diwali celebration one should sing about Krishna. Because there are three things that our Dharma teaches us. One, there is knowledge. There is knowledge in all religious books of the world, and that is called Ilam. The second thing, we all have intelligence, Akal. And the third most important thing is Ishvara. The Christian people say, the Jewish people say Isaiah, Ish. And this Ishwar is Krishna. 5,000 years ago he came down to earth, but many, many thousands years ago God came down to earth. What is infinite becomes finite, and he comes down to live on earth as a human being. The story I want to tell you about is the three promises of Dashrath Raja. Now you heard a little while ago that Dashrath Raja was one of the most brilliant kings of India. In fact, the Raghu family is one of the most brilliant families of the whole world. There is no single family in the whole world as famous as the Raghu family. And Dashrath Raja was the head at that time. And when he was a young man, he loved hunting. He did not hunt just for the sake of hunting, but as a king, he was a protector. And there were many animals from the jungle who used to come and kill the cows. And it was a king's duty to protect cows, especially cows. And so Dashrath Raja went with his very young, beautiful wife, Kaikai, and he went in his chariot to the forest. And they hunted for this tiger the whole day, and they didn't find the tiger. And after having had their picnic, they were returning. And as they were returning, the sun was setting. It was a beautiful evening. Ayodhya city was not far away, and Dashrath Raja was coming back. And suddenly from the trees, who pounced out? Jignasha? That tiger. Every father and mother must tell their children stories, granny stories. One of the big things I find as a doctor in this society where we have come to live is the grandmothers and grandfathers live in their own home and the children live in other home. And one of the tragedy that's going to happen to our community if we don't watch out is what is happening, what I am seeing, the impersonalized society. This story should be told to the children. And the tiger pounced out. And Dashrath Raja had one look at the back, and Kaikai was there. And you know how a tiger pounces? He takes certain leaps. And Dashrath Raja, the horses sensed it. There's danger. And Dashrath Raja let his horses go. And the chariot was going so fast. And the tiger was coming from the back. He made one leap and he missed the chariot. And Dashrath Raja sensed the danger, and Kaikai was there telling him, rush, faster, faster. And as they were going faster and faster, the left-hand side, the wheel, the peg that keeps the wheel in, the peg came out. वो पैदा था वो निकल जाएंगे अभी. The wheel would have come out. And what did Kaikai do? Most people think Kaikai was a stupid woman. She was unintelligent. But Kaikai was very brilliant woman. When you read the Ramayana, you'll find out. But even brilliant people make a mistake. But at that time, Kaikai didn't make a mistake. What did she do? She took her finger and pushed it in the hole. And she held it like this. The wheel was going round and round like this. The tiger was coming from the back. And Dashrath Raja made the horses go, and soon Ayodhya was coming nearer. The tiger made 3 leaps, but he couldn't reach the chariot, and he gave up, and he went away back into his jungle. As he came into the forest, into his Ayodhya city, Dashrath Raja slowed down his chariot. He relaxed. Kaikai, we just made it. And he looked back. And what did he see? His wife had slumped down, beban, unconscious. Blood was coming out from that finger. He realized what had happened. He quickly got her, took his dhoti, tore off and tied it up there. We call it tourniquet in medicine. He tied it up and the bleeding stopped. He got his guards came. They carried Kaikai back to her palace. And of course they attended to her. The physicians arrived. Certain mantras were said. Every time with his illness, we make the Maha Mantra. In those days too, there were Maha Mantra. And they chanted. And Kaikai's life was saved. Not only Kaikai's life was saved, but Dashrath Raja's life was saved. And therefore he told, when he was so happy, ask Kaikai, ask, what do you want? I give you 3 promises, ask. And Kaikai had everything. In Ram Rajya, in Ayodhya was the most beautiful city in the world. These stories are not just some concoction of somebody writing it. Many Western people think, oh, these stories were just written down. This is our history. Krishna came to Dwarika. Dwarika was a great, great city. And many years ago, Ayodhya was the great city of India. And there was a golden palace. And it is true, King Dashrath had 3 queens. It was quite common in those days. But from the time of Ram, 1 man and 1 wife. Only Sita. But Dashrath Raja, he could have 3 wives. And Kaikai was given these 3 promises. And she did not take these 3 promises at that time. She said, I don't want anything. Don't want anything. And years and years went past. And it was the night before the coronation, when the great king, Ram. Do you know what's the meaning of Ram? Ram means God. Ram means the all-pleasing one. And Ram was going to become king. And it was on that night when Kaikai, she didn't ask of her own. She had a very cruel servant called Manthara. Excuse me. Sit down, please. At that time, Manthara, there's always a Manthara. It doesn't have to be a female. You'll get them in the church, you get them in the temple, you get them in the mosque, you get them in your street. Mantra is this evil person who says, he'll come and tell you, watch out, you know what Dr. Desai told you the other day? Terrible chap, Then they'll come to me and say, the other one? I'm sure the mayor has this in his council too. There are always mantras, making trouble this way and that way. And she went to Kaikai and said, what about those 3 promises? And it was because of these 3 promises that Dashrath Raja had given that Kaikai asked the 3 promises. And thereafter, you know the story. You see, in those days, the kings, if they gave the jiban, they gave their word. As Shakespeare said, my word is my honor. Take my word away and my life is done. So like that, the kings in those days, they kept their promise. And it was because of this truth. It was because of this truth that the whole Ramayana story unfolds. And thereafter, you know the story. Ram went to the jungle. He lived there for 14 years and he came back. And when he came back, that is Diwali. This city, this is our Ayodhya. This is our Ayodhya. Our body is our Ayodhya. We have banished Ram for 14 years. You have not prayed to Ram for 14 years. Your life is in darkness. You are wearing black clothes. You are fighting for material things like my country, my people, my school. But nothing will help. Only when Ram comes back into your life, that Ayodhya comes. And that's why we have the Jyot. Ayodhya city is now awake again. So that is Diwali. So I hope you will think more about Ayodhya city. Not only we have to make our body Ayodhya city, but we have to make our country. This is our country now. We are living here. No use. Many people are dreaming, I'll go back to India one day. Good luck if you can go back. But the children who are born in this country, this is their country. So we have to now take our culture and teach all the people of the world. We have to learn their culture and we have to teach our culture. And the thing we Indian people can be proud of, that we gave the world numbers, we gave the world the 9 planets of the world, we described that the sun was the center of the earth, mathematics, astronomy, astrology, and religion. All this came from India one time. People have denied this for historical reasons for years and years. But the day has come now. When I was in America, in Canada, South Africa, Australia, everywhere, people want to know about Indian history and our religion. So it is a duty of every young child, every person, to give religion, because that is the only solution. Otherwise, people like Saddam Hussein and Bush, they will destroy the world. And the only solution for Ayodhya city is to give them Ram. We want Ram Rajya in the whole world, because people have destroyed religion. People don't even have an idea about religion. So we who come from the East, we gave Jesus Christ to the world from the East, and we have now come to the West to give them Ram Rajya. Hare Krishna.
Before we have the break, we're going to ask His Worship the Mayor to come and make a speech. But before I do that, I just got to prepare 1 or 2 things at the back, and I would like to just have a couple of minutes. The item straight after the interval will be the, as you see, the alternative English Gotham City, and where there'll be 4 people who are going to take part in that one. And I think I won't go any further than that to explain about it, because you will see for yourself. Just excuse me for 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a garland. This is a real garland, and this is a materialistic one. And I wouldn't mind exchanging it, though. Now, before you make the speech, I also have... This is a small present which we usually exchange in Diwali time, and it is Indian sweets, so I hope you do like them. Thank you very much indeed. And also, this is the Om sign, and I think you all know what Om means. I will just briefly say, Om is the beginning of any alphabet. Om is the absolute truth. That's briefly saying it. Om has many, many meanings. I won't go into it, but it means the absolute truth. And in the Bible, they usually say, in the beginning was the Word, and that Word was with God. What was that Word? And we can only recollect from our Hindu scriptures that that word was Om, which is forever and forever. And I would like His Worship the Mayor allow me to pin this on him. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much indeed, Ken. I think we'll come up a little bit. Yeah.
I forgot he was taller than me.
Everybody's taller than you. And I must apologise. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I must tell you that Ken didn't supply my suit. He did offer, but he hadn't got a big enough one for me. I was delighted to see the Bhangra dancers tonight, because Ken doesn't know this, but I've actually seen the Bhangra dancers before, and that was at the Folk Festival on the Cheston Gardens. And what is very impressive is, as Ken introduced them, that there is a mix of culture there. You've got Anglo-Saxon children dancing with Indian children, and I think this is what the future's going to be about, isn't it? As they grow up together, our cultures intermix. As I think Dr. Desai said, there's probably no going back to India for a lot of you. Some of you would like to go back on visits and holidays, but in effect, all of us are going to be living in this country. And the sooner we mix, as we are doing, so much the better. Actually, Ken was a little bit naughty tonight, because he said I was going to go at half-time, which is true. But what he didn't tell you is that I was actually going to go to my sister's this weekend, or I was going to go down at lunchtime, because I finished a mayoral job at lunchtime. And I did tell Ken some weeks ago, when he asked me if I could be here tonight, I said, well, it's very, very difficult, because my sister, it's her birthday on the 20th of October. And 2 years ago, she celebrated her 30th wedding anniversary to a man who was a few years older than her. When they got married, my parents said, he's the wrong chap for you. You know, it won't last. Well, it lasted 30 years, and they went out 2 years ago tonight to celebrate their 30th wedding anniversary. So it was my sister's birthday, it was their 30th wedding anniversary. They had a lovely meal, they went home, and during the night, Tom got up to go to the bathroom, and he died. So it lasted 30 years, and I promised my sister that I'd go down this weekend. You know, it's a bit emotional for her. She's a widow in the middle of Suffolk, and I said I would go down, but I'd also promised Ken that I'd come here if I possibly could. So I've rearranged that I won't go out for dinner tonight with my sister. I'm going out for lunch tomorrow, dinner time, lunchtime, and I'm driving down to Suffolk tonight as soon as I've got away from here, Ken. But I've done it because Ken and I have known each other a very long time, and I know that all of you would support or would not think very highly of the mayor if he turned you down. And Ken's a very persuasive man. He sells me all sorts of things I don't need, but I'm very pleased to be here, even if it is only until half-time. But thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen, for making me so very welcome, and thank you, Ken, for inviting me.
I just bring this mic down to earth again. Something of my size. Thank you very much. Again, His Worship the Mayor, Mr. Doyle. And at this stage, I do hope the Mayor will take some food before he does depart this congregation here. And the food is ready. So I will request Mr. Gupta ji to look after that side, please. Thank you, Mr. Gupta ji. Now, as Mr. Doyle just mentioned about mixing of groups, and we got another item actually straight after the interval. We got a very westernized item, and it's got guitar and other items all together, and it has Indian and English people together in that group as well. So I hope you will all enjoy that. I'm sure you will, because it's going to be something different to the usual items. So please stick around for the interval. And at this stage, before I close for this half, I would like all of you to take part by helping the temple community to, because we do this function freely, so this is all self-supported. So Mr. Gupta has arranged a raffle to be sold, and I think if you cast your eyes underneath where the diva is being, the jyot is, there are many, many presents, or prizes should I say, here, which have been donated by a lot of business people in Leamington, and those prizes were donated by, obviously, for the raffle to raise funds for this occasion. I do hope you will all buy some raffle tickets as they come along to you, and that will be our support to our committee. Now, again, there's one more very, very important item I was asked to say, and that is to all the executive members of the Hindu Association. I'd like to say that now. At the end of the program, we would like all our executive members to please stay behind and help us to clear up. Otherwise, they said the job is on me. So I would like to share that with you. So I hope you don't run off. So please stay behind and help us. So ladies and gentlemen, now the time is for the interval. Take a 20 minutes break. I have been just asked that would you please all be seated where you are, and the food will come to you. So please don't walk around, and it'll be much, much easier if the food came to you. So ladies and gentlemen, closing this half, thank you very much. And the group, they all would like to be called the Rakshasa. They're all Ravan's friends. The Rakshasa, ladies and gentlemen, now on!
Oh, the heads that turn make my back burn. Oh, the heads that turn make my back burn. And the sparkle in your eyes tells me you're alive. Sparkle in your eyes keeps me alive. The world turns around. The world turns around. The fire in your eyes keeps me alive. And the fire in your eyes keeps me alive. And the world turns around. And the world drags me down. I saw her in a broken mirror, and the moon was in her eyes. 7 years I've waited under dark skies. And the cry of the white owl haunts me until my dying day. And her gaze taunts me in the moon silver gaze. Dark skies, dark skies. Yeah. Well, that was nerve-wracking. Right, Revolution?
Revolution.
Right, this is a nice quiet song.
I don't know the words to this.
He doesn't know the words, so he's got them written down on a piece of paper. Don't hit my guitar.
That's yours.
Well, your guitar actually, but never mind.
Swirling pictures.
Swelling pictures, yeah? You sure?
Yeah.
When does the chorus come? No. Only joking, folks. Really? No, I don't think I can because...
So this is a bass guitar, is it then, here?
Hey?
This is a bass guitar?
Yes, that's a bass guitar. You play it, except don't.
Thanks.
It's best. That's a microphone in front of you.
Right.
And there's an amp behind you, so... Pictures of never-ending There's revolution, revolution, yeah. There's revolution, there's revolution. Joy or sorrow, what does revolution mean to you? Save today, like wishing in the wind. All my beautiful friends have all gone away. On your waves they flow and never die. There's revolution. There's revolution. There's revolution. There's revolution. I think I love you, but I gotta know for sure. So come on and hold me tight. I love you. Wild thing, I think you move me. Well, I don't know for sure. So come on and hold me tight. You move.
Thank you. Rejoicing because उसको मुक्ति मिल गई थी, रावण को मुक्ति मिली थी. He went back to Vakunta because it was already written that he was to go back after his death to back to Godhead. And so this was part of the Rakshasas who were rejoicing. Right? And thank you. And now, later on, we will be seeing how the Devtas actually rejoice and how they made some wonderful plays about Ramayana. Now, this play is going to be done by some children, and so it will be done in English, and I would like you all to be later on to be really pay your attention. Now, before we have the play, we have one or two items, and those are, we would like to request Mr. Surinder Kumar to come along in front of this stage to do a kavita. A kavita in English is a poetry. So would Surinder Kumar come to the front and do a kavita? Mr. Surinder Kumar, would you come please front of the stage?
भाई और बहनों, सबसे पहले आपको दिवाली की बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद। दिवाली के बारे में क्या कहें हम? बहुत से लोगों ने यहाँ दिवाली के बारे में कहा, आप लोगों ने सुना। मैं कहूँगा तो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा कि मैं दिवाली के बारे और कुछ आपको बता रहा हूँ। आजकल हम ऐसी एक दुनिया में रह रहे हैं, यहाँ धर्म कुछ भी नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी हम धर्म को जिंदा रखने के लिए आज यहाँ सब इकट्ठे हुए हैं। प्रदेशों में रहते हुए भी हम अपने देश से इस तरह जुड़े हुए हैं, जिसका सबूत आप यहाँ सब लोगों को इकट्ठा देखकर हो रहा है। हम एक ऐसे दरख्त हैं जिसको किसी भी आसमान के नीचे फल और फूल लगें, लेकिन हमारी जड़ों में मिट्टी और पानी हिंदुस्तान का है। हिंदुस्तान की सभ्यता संस्कृति बहुत पुरानी है, ये सब लोग आप जानते हैं। इसमें दीपों का, दिवाली का कितना महत्व है ये भी आप जानते हैं। दीप एक ऐसा राग है, एक ऐसी रोशनी है जो बहुत से कामों में आती है। दीप हमारे यहाँ भी जलते हैं। तो एक छोटी सी कविता पेश है हिंदी में। आओ मिलकर दिवाली मनाएं हम, आओ मिलकर दिवाली मनाएं हम, दीप से दीप मिलकर आओ जलाएं हम। दीप है खुशियों का वो एक राग, दीप है खुशियों का वो एक राग, साजे दिल पर आओ आज इसे गाएं हम। रहे आज की रात न कहीं भी अंधेरा, रहे आज की रात न कहीं भी अंधेरा, दीप हर जगह ऐसे जलाएं हम। कोई लक्ष्मण बने तो कोई राम बने, कोई लक्ष्मण बने तो कोई राम बने, प्रीत प्यार का कोई पैगाम बने, दीप ऐसा आओ कोई जलाएं हम। आओ मिलकर दिवाली मनाएं हम। कुछ और नहीं बस दीपक की बाती, कुछ और नहीं बस दीपक की बाती, जलकर अंधेरों में रोशनी फैलाएं हम। दीप से दीप आओ मिलकर जलाएं हम। दीप नहीं सिखाते हमें आपस में बैर रखना, दीप नहीं सिखाते हमें आपस में बैर रखना, फिर क्यों ना हम दीप से दीप जलाएं हम, आओ मिलकर दिवाली मनाएं हम। धन्यवाद।
वो है श्री राधा कृष्णा सेंटर कॉवेंट्री से, उन्होंने ये तैयार किया है और मैं श्री हरिदास जी को अभी ये निवेदन करता हूँ कि ये वो आपको समझाएंगे ये ड्रामा में क्या क्या पेश होगा. So please, will you please pay attention for the drama item, and since it is lot of children are going to be playing in this drama, I would like complete silence in the hall so that everybody at the back can also hear them. So please make extra effort to be more silent, especially on this occasion. So ladies and gentlemen, Shri Haridas ji, Jai Shri Krishna.
सबसे पहले सबको दिवाली की विदाई हो और नवे साल की. तो हम कॉवेंट्री से आए हैं और हमने देखा कि कॉवेंट्री में ऐसा अच्छा प्रोग्राम नहीं हुआ जैसे आपने किया. सो राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर यू. तो यू कांट हियर. ऑलराइट, बोलो हरे कृष्णा. आपको नींद आई है? नींद आई है? थोड़ी देर में बस ये प्रोग्राम खत्म हो जाएगा और आप सो लेना, पर अभी जोर से बोलो हरे कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा. That's very nice. You got a lovely voice. I sound like a horse because I've been chanting too much. तो अभी ये जो आइटम है हम पेश करेंगे, ये कॉमेंट्री के जो बच्चे हैं वो गाना गाएंगे, पर जो मेन सॉन्ग है वो हमने रिकॉर्ड किया है. कॉमेंट्री वाले हैं सभी, तो म्यूज़िक भी हमने लिखा है और वर्ड्स है वो भी, और हमने इंग्लिश में लिखा है क्योंकि आजकल हम इंटरनेशनल हो गए हैं और इंटरनेशनल भाषा गुजराती है, सॉरी इंग्लिश है. सो इंग्लिश में किया है हमने. तो आप सबको इंग्लिश आती है ना? क्योंकि जो हमारी माताएं भी आती हैं यहाँ पे, जब भी शॉप में जाते हैं थोड़ी देर में सीख लेते हैं हाउ मच और प्लीज लेस, प्लीज रिड्यूस. सो इंग्लिश तो सीख लेते हैं. So I'm sure you'll understand the song. Now the song, I'll speak in English now. The song is about Bharat when he discovered that Lord Ram has left the palace. So Bharat was very sad. So this song, Bharat is going to Ram and saying, please come back. And you know the story. And he's saying, our father has passed away. Please forget your promise and come back. So I won't tell you anymore because you already know the story. And this is performed by the children. So cue, right? So Hare Krishna. Jai.
Be quiet.
Be quiet.
Oi, let's go.
Please, Lord Ram, come back to Ayodhya. instructions. Your sweet wife Sita, she followed and didn't mind. My dear brother Lakshman also followed you behind. Please, Lord Ram, come back to Ayodhya. My sweet brother, return to your home. Return to your home. Return to your home. When you left Ayodhya, our father also died. When I heard the sad news, I also cried. Mother Koshalya told me where you'd be. I have come running to take you back with me. Please, Lord Ram, come back to Ayodhya. My sweet brother, return to your home. Return to your home. Return to your home. Brother Ram, come back with me. We need you as our king. If you fail to return today, Ayodhya will surely sink. If you stay here, I will also sleep outside on the ground. If you are late after 14 years, a dead brother you will find. Please, Lord Ram, come back to Ayodhya. My sweet Ram, return to your home. Return to your home. Return to your home. My heart is broken. You refuse to return with me. Going back empty-handed, I am feeling weak at the knees. Please give me your sandals and place them on my head. I'll carry them to the palace. They'll rule Ayodhya instead. Please, Lord Ram, come back to Ayodhya. Please, Lord Ram, come back to Ayodhya. My sweet brother, return to your home. My sweet Ram, return to your home. Return to your home. Return to your home. Return to your home. Return to your home.
You want it louder than that? Do you want the drama? Well, I better rehearse then.
Children have to say yes.
Louder.
If the children don't say yes, don't do it.
Okay. Now the adults don't speak. We're going to ask the children. Do you want the drama? Now, either Dr. Desai is deaf or I'm deaf, because they were very good. They were very good. One more time for Dr. Desai now. Look at him and blast him through the walls up to Golok Vrindavan. Would you like to go to Golok Vrindavan?
I've got a lot of work to do, yes.
This is Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. You give him a chance to go to Golok Vrindavan, he's got work to do here. Anyway, round of applause for Dr. Desai. He said very nicely, right? Now, once more, I'm going to say, do you want drama? And when I say, do you want drama, you say, Hare Krishna. Right? You get it? I'll say, do you want drama? What are you going to say?
Hare Krishna.
Be louder than that. Do you want drama?
Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Round of applause. Now, this is the importance of education. You know, you tell them, they will learn. Don't think they'll know about God automatically. The only thing they know automatically is the turtle army, or whatever it is. Turtles? What are they called?
Teenage Mutant.
So, you know, I mean, I don't know, I just call them turtle army, and they're offended because they know the exact words. See, when the time comes, Yamraj will send the Yamduts, and instead of saying Krishna, Ram, or Vaheguru, all these things, they'll say turtle, turtle, turtle. And the turtle is, you know the turtle, how slow the turtle moves. Only in the cartoons they move fast. In real life, turtle's not going to do anything. So Krishna and Lord Ram and other spiritual names of God, they are going to help you. So I'm going to ask you something. I'm told that the men here have beautiful voices. That's what the men say. But let's hear it. When I say Hare Krishna, I want the men only to say Hare Krishna. Okay? And then you'll experience something wonderful. You lose your voice like I have, okay? Here we go. Only the men. There's a frog in my throat. Right. Only the men now. Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Hey, that's my brother over there. You've been rehearsing. That's right. Anyway, ladies, round of applause for the men. I think they did all right. But now, this is fantastic. I've been around the world now. The ladies are very good at, sorry, I mustn't finish the sentence. I was going to say chatting, you know, but I'm not going to say it because I want to live, you see. I want to go through that door later on. Right. Now, the ladies only, Hare Krishna. Put a lot of volume into it. I won't say because you've had plenty of exercise throughout your life. I won't say that. But you show me that I'm wrong. Really loudly. Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Wow. What do you think, gents? Round of applause. Thank you. Now, you thought you were good. You want to hear the children. You're better, aren't you? Yes. Now you're going to show me how good you are. You know, we had the rock band earlier on. They did very good. But you're going to be louder than them. Is that right? So when I say Hare Krishna, you do it so loudly that I go behind the curtain. Bloke, sorry. Oh, sorry, they're still fixing it. Right, here we go. Hare Krishna! Thank you.
I explained to them that you were chanting. Hare Krishna. While he's drinking, I must explain to you what they did in Coventry. Just 9 miles from here. They've been chanting for 12 hours, Maha Mantra, for world peace. Some of y'all probably don't realize we are in a dangerous situation right now. Dangerous situation. Those of y'all who are not Western people and those of y'all who are not Muslim people. Unfortunately, we have become powerless. But there is just like years ago when Cuba was in trouble and Kennedy went and helped out with the Russians, we are in that kind of situation. You might think you are happy just now. We are in a dangerous situation. And yesterday in Coventry, they were chanting Maha Mantra for 12 hours. And that's why you'll explain
you'll understand why he's hoarse. So even he's got a human body and he's behaving like a devta. So I'll give it back to him.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Now we chanted for world peace actually, but the real reason is we enjoy chanting. We really do. We find any excuse, because there was a man, he used to enjoy drinking, and he had a son who used to play hockey, and he would tell the son, "Son, you better win today." He said, "Dad, why?" He said, "Because when you win, I'm going to go to the pub and drink." So he says, "Dad, what if I lose?" He said, "Then I'll be very miserable and go to the pub and still drink. So I'm going to drink either way." So that's what the men do, don't they? The ladies are not in their head. The men do that, don't they? If they're happy, they drink. If they're sad, they drink. So drinking, all right. No wonder the pubs are making so much money. Now the thing is, same with chanting. We are only looking for excuses for peace and others, but we enjoy chanting. When the children get involved, the ladies get involved, and everybody's together. Right now, I've spoken enough, and I'd love to see you some other time when my voice is better. That was me singing on the tape, but I didn't sound like this, did I? A bit better than that. Anyway, I'm sure my voice will come back, and thank you very much for listening to us, and give the support to the children. Oh yeah, you want a passage. Now children, somebody's going to walk through here, right? And we don't want squash turtles here, all right? Yeah? All right, make your way. Just make a little gap.
Culture Center proudly presents the Diwali play Sita Swamvar. We wish you happy Diwali.
Kings and princes, welcome to the occasion of this Swayamwara to decide which one amongst you will wed my daughter, Sita. I see many illustrious personalities here before me, and we are privileged to receive you all. You are all heroes and warriors, and noble rulers from distant kingdoms. To become the worthy person to win Sita as your queen, you will have to perform the following tasks. Here before you is the great bow of Lord Shiva, who is famous all over the 3 worlds. That noble person who can pick it up and string it will receive my daughter in marriage. Oh, noble heroes, let the contest begin. Why then is no one else prepared to lift this bow? King of Mukta, you have not tried. Will you not come forward? Prince of Couples, what about you? Will you not try? Is this world empty of Kshatriya suddenly? Have you all forgotten your Kshatriya principles? Is my daughter to remain unmarried forever?
Oh, King, you tracked your words at once. Don't you know the sons of Dashrath and his assembly, while the sons of Kaushanya and Sumitra are before you, it does not become you to insult in this way. Rambia, show this king that we haven't lost our Kshatriya blood. Show all these kings and princes that effortlessly you can lift this bow.
Lakshman, I too am eager to accept this challenge, but Guru Maharaj hasn't given us permission to do anything yet.
Go, Ram, and pick up the bow.
that you have passed it with ease and given me a new life. Sita, come forward and garland this prince.
Stop! This is an insult. While great kings like us are gathered here, the hand of this beautiful maiden is won by a boy. I cannot tolerate this.
How can we stand by and let our fame be demised by this small boy? Let us unite and defeat him and abduct the princess for ourselves.
Forbidden by me. I restored the Sudhya race 21 times before, leaving a few of you in hope that you might improve your ways. I may have been mistaken. Jono, tell me the reason for this gathering. O great Rishi, Pershuram, truly I am blessed to have you in my presence and my daughter's Swayamwer. It is a chance of finding a worthy person to have arranged this Swayamwer. And it is only for this reason that all these kings and princes are gathered here. I promised to her, whoever picked up the great bow of Lord Shiva, and Jono, show me one to break this great bow. Point him out to me so I can be headed for this crime. Now I understand why I was disturbed in my meditation. Only the breaker of such a great bow could make such a thunderous sound that shook the earth. Where is he? Where is the culprit? I will not let him live for a moment. Jono, have you lost your tongue? I'm telling you to tell me who broke this bow. Jono, if you don't tell me what I want to know, I will kill all these kings here. Servant? What servant? A servant of mine will render me service, not disservice.
Oh, great one, service does not become you. It is a nation Kshatriyas to be attracted to such competitions, which exercise their skills. If this bow is to be broken in such a competition, then what is a loss?
How dare you stop me, impudent child? This is no ordinary bow. It is a great bow of Lord Shiva, used by him to kill the sins of Asura. Mount Mary itself became this bow.
Oh, Rishi, why do you want so much about the greatness of this bow? If it was so great, then why did it break so easily?
Child, your impudence will deprive your mother of a son. Mind your tongue, lest I root along with your head.
We are Kshatriyas. My brother was only following the conduct of a Kshatriya and accepting the challenge to lift this bow. You're a Rishi, one is fully renounced. What then's your fascination with this bow?
Never before have I been exhorted in this way. First I will send you to Yamraj your poisonous tongue, and then your brother for breaking this bow. Prepare to die.
A great one. This my younger brother is but a child. He is yet young and immature, and does not fully understand the ways of the world.
Oh, Rishi, if this bow is as great as you claim, then reflect for a moment and think how much greater is the person who broke it.
Very well, you prince. Let me see how great you are. This is the bow of Lord Vishnu. Let me see how you fare with it. Pick it up if you can.
I think the children of such a young age to be able to do a play like that, and it was so touching in your hearts. I hope you felt it, but I certainly did. Right from the beginning, when the Bharat, who actually mimed to the song, when he went to see Rama in the jungle asking him to come back, it was played so well and so emotionally, and I think it touches everybody's heart. And throughout, as you see Ramayana itself, which is done by Ramanand Sagar, I think every time you see that part, I think the tears flow in their eyes. And I think even that emotionless even came tonight as the young person who played that part. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have another applaud. And the thanks also go to Haridas, who actually choreographed the whole play and wrote the songs and the music for this. And I hope they can do another one next year. Just going to find out if the next item is back. We'll soon start the program. In the meantime, I think why don't you all take part in this one, and we all sing Hare Krishna mantra all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. सारे बोलो. मुझे तो सुन नहीं रहा. आप क्या भाई खा कर सो रहे हैं? आपने भोजन खाया, भूख लगी और सोने का टाइम आ गया. कमाल सारे ने बोलो. हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Everybody. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. एक दफा और जोर से. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
करूं मैं भगवान, आपका शुक्रिया कैसे अदा करूं कि शुक्राना तेरा क्या कर करूं मैं भगवान। हर तरफ खुशियों की कितारें नजर आती हैं, तेरी रहमत तेरे फजलों करम के सदके आज तो यहाँ बहारें ही बहारें नजर आती हैं। पायो जी मैंने पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। 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 वस्तु अमोलक वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु। वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु। कृपा कर अपनायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। जन्म जन्म की जन्म की पूंजी पाई। जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाई। जन्म सब ही गवायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। खर्चे नाही कोई खर्चे नाही कोई चोर न लोवे। खर्चे नाही कोई चोर न लेवे। दिन दिन बढ़त सफायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। सत की नाव खेपतिया सतगुरु। सत की नाव खेपतिया सतगुरु। सत की नाव खेपतिया सतगुरु। भव सागर पर आयो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु वस्तु अमोलक दी मेरे सतगुरु कृपा कर अपनायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन रतन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन रतन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन रतन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन रतन पायो
बहुत अच्छा। तो इसके बाद हम ये छोटी सी आइटम एक और है, तो उसके बाद हम रैफल खोलना चाहते हैं। तो वो है मनीष और पुनीता आनंद जो कॉवेंट्री से आए हुए हैं, तो वो छोटी सी एक आइटम देंगे। तो सर्वजीत सीरा जो प्रोग्राम के मुताबिक प्रोग्राम जा रहा है, तो सबसे पहले सर्वजीत सीरा की आइटम है, वो आपके सामने पेश हो रही है।
Oh
मुझको ठुकरा के जा 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 बंद कमरे में होगा फैसला प्यार का प्यार से हम जीतेंगे दिल दिलदार का
The next item is being prepared at the back, and this one is actually going to be done by Punita Anand and Manisha Anand, and she has done this all over Coventry, Birmingham, London. She has done that in many places, and so we would like you to pay really extra attention to this one, and it has been requested by a lot of members of the audience that they would like to listen to it. So they're very young children, and they're doing a section. The whole of the Ramayana is being recited on that one in very briefly, so you have to listen to what they are saying. And I would like also those people who's at the back, please don't leave, because we are going to do the raffle ticket later on as well. And then later on, we would also like all the audience, as many as you, to join in with the Bhangra dance at the end. So please be seated at the moment. Thank you very much.
आप सबको शुभ दिवाली। अब मैं आपके सामने एक साथ मन के में रामायण बोलूंगी। आशा है आपको अच्छा लगेगा। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीता राम, जय रघुनंदन जय धन श्याम, पतित पावन सीता राम। पीर परी जब भगत पकारे, दूर करे प्रभु दुख हमारे, दशरथ के गढ़ जन में राम। विश्वामित्र मुनीश्वर आए, दशरथ भूप से वचन सुनाए, संग में भेजे लक्ष्मण राम। वन में जाए तरका मारी, चरण चुआया हिल्या तारी, विश्व के दुख हरते राम। जनक परी रघुनंदन आए, नगर निवासी दर्शन पाए, सीता के मन पाए राम। रघुनंदन ने धनुष चढ़ाया, सब राजों का मान घटाया, सीता ने बर पाए राम। परशुराम क्रोधित हो आए, दुष्ट भूप मन में हर्षाए, जनक राय ने किया प्रणाम। बोले लखन सुनो मन ज्ञानी, संत नहीं होते अभिमानी, मीठी बानी बोले राम। लक्ष्मण वचन ध्यान मत दीजो, जो कुछ दान दास को दीजो, धनुष त्राया मैं हूँ राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। लेकर के ये धनुष चढ़ाओ, अपनी शक्ति मुझ दिखलाओ, चूबत चाप चढ़ाए राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। हुए उर्मिला लखन किनारी, श्रुति की तिरब सिरतन प्यारी, हुई मांडवी भरत के बाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। अवध परी रघुनंदन आए, गढ़ गढ़ नारी मंगल गाए, 12 वर्ष बताए राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। गुरु शिष्य अज्ञानी, राज तलक तैयारी कीनी, कको के राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। कुटिल मथुरा ने बेकाए, के ने ये बात सुनाए, दे दो में दो वरदान, पतित पावन सीताराम। मेरी रिदनी तुम सन लीजो, भरत पत्र नर को गंदी दी जो होते प्रांत बन भेजे राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
धरनी गिरे भूपतल का लाल लगा दिल में शून्य शाला तब समंत बलवाए राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
राम पिता को शीश निभाए मुख से वचन कहानी जाए कई वचन सुनाए राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
राजा के तुम प्राण प्यारे इनके दुख हरो के सारे अब तुम वन में जाओ राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
वन में जोधा भश बताओ रग कल रीति नीति अपनाओ आगे इच्छा तेरी नाम
पतित पावन सीताराम
सुन बचन राखकर हर्षाए माता जी के मंदिर आए चरण कमल में किया प्रणाम
पतित पावन सीताराम
माता जी में तो बन जाओ 14 वर्ष बाद फिर आओ चरण कमल से खुश सुखदाम
पतित पावन सीताराम
सुनी शोषव जब ये बानी भूपर गिरे कुशल्या रानी तीर चुपकार है श्री राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
समाचार सुन लक्ष्मण आए धनुष बांग संग पूरम साए बोले संग चलूंगा राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
सीता जी जब ये सुन पाए रंग मैल से नीचे आए कौशल्या को किया प्रणाम
पतित पावन सीताराम
मेरी चुक क्षमा कर दी जो बन जाने की आज्ञा दी जो सीता को समझाते राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
मेरी सीख सियासुन ली जो सास सर की सेवा की जो मुझको भी होगा विश्राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
मेरा दोष बता प्रभु दी जो संग मुझे सेवा में ली जा अर्धदानी तुम्हारी राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
राम लखन मिथिलेश कुमारी बन जाने की करी तैयारी रथ में बैठ के सुखदाम
पतित पावन सीताराम
अवध परी के सब नर नारी समाचार सुन डाकल बारी मचवत में अति गौराम
पतित पावन सीताराम
श्रृंगेश्वर राघवर आए रथ को अवध परी लौटाए गंगा तट पर आए राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
के बैठ के चरण धर पाओ पीछे नौका में चढ़ जाओ पत्थर करती नारी राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
लाया एक खटोता बारी चरण कमल दाए सुखदारी नाक राय लक्ष्मण राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
उत्तराई में मुंदरी दीनी के पटने ये विधने कीनी उत्तरायणी लूंगा राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
तुम आए हम घाट तारे हम आएंगे घाट तुम्हारे तब पार लगायो राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
परत्राषाढ़ पर आए राम लखन शेष निवाए एक रात की ना विश्राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
पाए भरत अयोध्या आए कह को कुट वचन सुनाए क्यों तुमने बन भेजे राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
चित्रकूट रघुनंदन आए भन को देख सियासन पाए मिले भरत से भाई राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
अवध परी को चलिया बाई ये सब के की कटलाए तनक दोष ने मेरा राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
चरण पात का तुम ले लीजो दर्शन करके पीछा कीजो बर्थ कंठ लगायो राम
पतित पावन सीताराम
आगे चलो राम रघुराया निशाचर का वश मिटाया विश्व के हुए पूरन काम
पतित पावन सीताराम
जनस्थान आए रघुराय को मारे राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। पंचवती रघुनंदन आए, कनक बड़ी कुमारी संगदाय। लक्ष्मण तुम्हें बुलाते राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रावण साधु वेश में आया, भूख ने मुझको बहुत सताया। वृक्ष दो ये धर्म का काम, पतित पावन सीताराम। भिक्षा लेकर सीता आए, हाथ पकड़ रथ में बैठाए। सुनी कुटिया देखी राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। धरनी गिरे राम रघुराय, सीता के बिन व्याकुलताय। हे प्रिय सीताराम, पतित पावन सीताराम। लक्ष्मण सीता छोड़ तुम्हारे, जनक दुलारी कहने गवाते। तुमने सभी बिगाड़े काम, पतित पावन सीताराम। कोमल बदन सियासत सीते, तुम मन वर्ष रहेंगे जीते। लगे चांदनी जैसे दाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। सुन रही मैना सुन रही तोता, मैं भी तुमको हवाला होता। वन वन ढूंढ रहे श्री राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। सीता रे गुलाब चमेली चंपा, मुझे बता दे तू। सीता का पुकारे राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। हे नाज़ में मनहारी, कहते की है जनक तलारी। तेरी जैसे छोटी शाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। श्यामा हिरनी तुम्हें बताते, जनक नंदिनी मुझे मिलाते। तेरी जैसे आंखें शाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। हे शोक मम शोक मिटाते, चंद्रमुखी से मुझे मिला दे। होगा तेरा सच्चा नाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। बन बन ढूंढ रहे रघुराय, जनक दुलारी कहनी पाए। धृतराज ने किया प्रणाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। चक चक कर फल शबरी लाई, प्रेम से तपाए रघुराय। ऐसे मीठी नहीं है दाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। कृपा रूप धरि हनुमत आए, चरण कमल में शीश नवाए। कांधे पर बैठाए राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। सुग्रीव से कड़ी मिलाए, अपनी सारी कथा सुनाए। पानी पहुँचाया निज धाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। सिंहासन सुग्रीव बिठाया, मन में व्यापारी परछाया। वर्षा ऋतु आए है राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। हे भाई लक्ष्मण तुम जाओ, वानर पति को ये समझाओ। सीता बिन व्याकुल है राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। देश देश वानर बजवाए, सागर के सब तट पर आए। सेते भूख प्यास और दाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। संपत्ति ने पता बताया, सीता को रावण ले आया। सागर कूद गया हनुमान, पतित पावन सीताराम। कोने कोने पता लगाया, भक्त विभीषण का कर पाया। हनुमान ने क्या प्रणाम, पतित पावन सीताराम। मैं माला पूरी हुई मन का एहसास, मनोकामना पूर्ण हुई नित्य करे जप पाठ।
Without further ado, I will hand over to Mr. Gupta ji. Thank you.
मान योग, प्लीज शांति से। मान योग भाइयों और बहनों, आज हम दिवाली का शुभ त्यौहार मना रहे हैं। इस शुभ त्यौहार पर मैं आप सबको मंदिर की कमेटी की ओर से बधाई देता हूं और आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि आप सब ने हमारा सहयोग दिया है और हमारे इस प्रोग्राम को सफल बनाया। मैं आपका ज़्यादा टाइम तो नहीं लूँगा क्योंकि आप रैफल के लिए एक्साइटेड हैं। सबसे पहले जिन भाइयों ने, जो कि लिमिंगटन स्पा के बिजनेसमैन हैं, उन्होंने हमें रैफल्स के लिए कुछ प्राइजेस भेंट किए हैं। उनका नाम ऐसा है: सीरा न्यूज एजेंट्स, क्लेमन स्ट्रीट, रॉयल फिश बार, भेन्स वेयर, ब्रिज स्टोर, बिरन एंड टी, खेरा सुपरमार्केट, देवी ज्वेलर्स, नंबर 1 वीडियो सेंटर, कार्ट राइट स्पोर्ट्स, माइकल स्टोर, यूनिक एंटरप्राइज। इन सभी ने हमें रैफल्स के लिए कुछ वस्तुएं भेंट की हैं। हम इनका अति धन्यवाद करते हैं। जैसे कि आपने सारे प्रोग्राम में हमें सहयोग दिया है, इसी तरह से मैं आपसे प्रार्थना करूंगा कि आप रैफल के समय भी ऐसा ही हमारा सहयोग दें। अब मैं छोटे छोटे बच्चों को, जिनके नाम मैंने लिख लिए हैं, उनको यहाँ पर बुलाऊंगा और वो रैफल की टिकट निकालेंगे। और जो प्राइस का सिस्टम ये है कि फर्स्ट प्राइज वो अपनी मर्जी से यहाँ आकर चूज कर सकते हैं। और उसके साथ डॉक्टर देसाई जी ने ये माला दी है, जो कि हमारे पास 7 मालाज हैं। और जिस श्रद्धा भावना से इन्होंने ये दी है, मैं आपसे प्रार्थना करूंगा उसी श्रद्धा भावना से आप इसका प्रयोग करें। हाँ, सबसे पहले मैं अमित ढिलन अपनी अपनी रैफल्स टिकट जो हैं वो आप निकाल लें। ये है ग्रीन टिकट 611 611। आओ जी आओ। ये हमारे पुजारी जी की निकली है। आओ जी आओ। एनीवन? ओके, थैंक यू तसीम जी। नेक्स्ट, Amitabh Shah. He's gone. So I will call one of you. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on, row one.
That's all yours. You can only say any of them. You only hold on. Okay, then. You can use this.
612. No. Come on, another one. 755. Come on. Convert family.
Rocky.
नेक्स्ट है सोनिया। $677 ग्रीन। 677 नो सॉरी ये आपका है आप और ले लें कोई हाँ जी नेक्स्ट है अनिल अवस्थी अनिल अवस्थी Six double four. Green 644. हाँ जी नेक्स्ट है नेक्स्ट है राजेंद्र देसाई That's pink.
70. Number
70 pink. Tara and family.
चलो बच्चों बैठ जाओ बच्चे लोग बैठ जाओ
नेक्स्ट है विकी 443 443 पवन कन्वर Pink 24.
We got 24. He was before us.
आ जाइए 24. बच्चों बैठ जाओ हम और कोई चाहे टू मेडल
नेक्स्ट है अनीता प्राशर 826 green 826 Next है Amen here. Amen here. Six 1-2. It's Raghbir Kanwa. Well done, well done. Now next one, Sunil Verma. Five to eight, green. 5 to 8. The last one. One medal left. Come on. 5 to 3. 5 to 3.
Video जगा जगो जगा जगो लाए टोलियां जगा जगो लाए टोलियां आके झंझरन तेनू मुंडियारा गुरु ने पाउंदे बोलियां गुरु ने पाउंदे बोलियां गुरु ने पाउंदे बोलियां गुरु ने पाउंदे बोलियां आके झंझरन तेनू मुंडियारा गुरु ने पाउंदे बोलियां गुरु ने पाउंदे बोलियां
soon, so we make one more, the last one, and that'll be it. So enjoy yourselves. Thank you. Could all the executive committee members please stay behind?